Taipei, Taiwan. Tensions flare as over 100 Chinese warplanes swarm the Taiwan Strait. This headline, a record-breaking show of force, flashed across screens worldwide. Imagine dozens of J-16 fighter jets and H-6 bombers, capable of carrying nuclear payloads, slicing through the sky. They stop short of Taiwan's sovereign airspace, but their presence alone is a powerful message from Beijing. This isn't rare. It's the new normal. For Taiwan's pilots, it's another day at the office, but one perched on the edge of conflict. Scramble alerts blare. Pilots rush to their F-16 Vipers, outnumbered but determined. Their mission: shadow, monitor, and warn off the intruders. Every encounter is a delicate dance. One mistake could spark an international crisis. These constant scrambles drain Taiwan's resources: fuel, maintenance, and the pilot's mental stamina. The world sees numbers: 40, 68, 100 planes. But each sortie is a real threat, a test of Taiwan's defenses. China's strategy is attrition, wearing down Taiwan's military day after day. Each incursion probes response times, maps radar, and gathers intelligence. It's a military exercise with deep political implications. Beijing is rehearsing a blockade, signaling it could cut Taiwan off from the world. The message: resistance is futile. For Taiwan's defenders, the world may be watching, but in the sky, they stand alone. The psychological toll is immense, but so is their resolve. This is the constant rhythmic drumbeat of war. The stakes are high, and every day could be the day the world changes. The question is, how long can Taiwan hold the line? On the ground in Taipei, life appears normal. Scooters buzz, night markets thrive, and cafes are full. But beneath the surface, anxiety simmers. Every news alert about another Chinese drill adds a layer of quiet tension. For soldiers and their families, the strain is personal. Goodbyes carry new weight. Military readiness is at its highest in decades. Leaves are cancelled, drills are constant. The pressure frays nerves and tests families' resilience. Business owners worry about stability, and young people wonder if they'll be called to fight. Some feel their fate is out of their hands, but pride and resilience run deep. They are determined to protect their democracy. China's strategy is psychological warfare, aimed at eroding hope and making unification seem inevitable. Daily incursions aren't just military, they're attacks on the spirit. The threat is ever present, a reminder of how fragile peace can be. Yet, the will to resist endures. Taiwan's identity is forged in the shadow of this constant pressure. To understand China's pressure, see the world through Beijing's eyes. The CCP views Taiwan as a renegade province. Reunification is central to its legitimacy. For Xi Jinping, reclaiming Taiwan is a legacy-defining goal. Failure would be a monumental loss. Success cements his place in history. Beijing's rhetoric is uncompromising. They won't renounce force. Taiwan's democracy and U.S. ties are seen as direct threats. A free Taiwan offers a dangerous alternative to CCP rule. Military pressure is meant to intimidate Taiwan and warn off its allies. But most Taiwanese, especially the young, see themselves as a sovereign nation. They look at Hong Kong and see a warning, not a future. For them, this is about survival and preserving freedom. China's campaign is gray zone warfare, coercion just below open conflict. Constant air and sea incursions wear down Taiwan's military and normalize China's presence. But it's more than jets. Cyber attacks target government, infrastructure, and businesses daily. Information warfare floods social media with disinformation, sowing division and doubt. The goal: erode morale, weaken resolve, and make resistance seem pointless. Taiwan lives in a state of permanent crisis, resources stretched thin. China inflicts damage without firing a shot, hoping to make the status quo unbearable. It's a slow siege, a war by 1,000 cuts. The real target: the resilience of the Taiwanese people. Now, look south to the Philippines. For years, Chinese vessels harassed Filipino fishermen in the South China Sea, mostly out of sight. Quiet protests failed until President Marcos Jr. changed tactics. The Philippines embraced assertive transparency. Coast Guard ships recorded every Chinese provocation, water cannons, ramming, obstruction. They shared this evidence with the world, shifting from quiet diplomacy to public confrontation. Viral videos and press briefings exposed China's actions, making denial impossible. International media covered the incidents. The world saw the bullying firsthand. The narrative changed. It was no longer just the Philippines' word against China's. The strategy wasn't just about footage. It was about controlling the story. Journalists were invited on patrols, and social media was used to reach a global audience. The Philippines shone a light on gray zone tactics, moving the fight to the court of public opinion. Transparency became their most powerful weapon. The Philippines' transparency strategy had a profound impact. International support surged. Evidence made condemnation of China's actions easier. Allies issued stronger statements and reaffirmed commitments to international law. At home, national pride and unity grew. The issue became personal. The government's clear communication built trust and rallied the public. China, exposed, struggled to deny its actions. Its reputation suffered. The Philippines changed the rules, using information as a weapon. They didn't need to match China ship for ship. Truth leveled the playing field. The narrative became a battleground, and the Philippines won global sympathy. Transparency gave them strategic advantage, without firing a shot. It proved that even a smaller nation can push back with the power of truth. So, should Taiwan follow the Philippines' lead? Taiwan's current approach is reserved, daily reports, but little visceral evidence. The world rarely sees the tense encounters in the air or at sea. More transparency could humanize the threat and rally global support. Footage of Chinese provocations would show Taiwan's courage and China's recklessness. It would help Taiwan define the narrative, countering Beijing's propaganda. Transparency could also build trust and unity at home, showing citizens what's at stake. The question: can Taiwan use openness to strengthen its defense without escalating the crisis? The rewards of transparency for Taiwan are clear: stronger international support and a compelling narrative. Video evidence would make it harder for others to ignore China's aggression. Allies might respond with more concrete assistance. Taiwan could present itself as a democratic David facing an authoritarian Goliath. But the risks are real. Beijing could see this as provocation and escalate further. There's a fine line between exposing aggression and fueling crisis. Too much alarming footage could cause panic at home or desensitize the world. Crisis fatigue is a danger. Constant alerts may lose their impact. The strategy must be managed with care and precision. Openness is powerful, but it must be wielded wisely. Taiwan's answer may be smart transparency, a curated, strategic release of information. Move beyond numbers. Share compelling evidence at key moments for maximum impact. Regular, professional briefings for international media can clarify Taiwan's story. Pair visuals with expert analysis to show both the threat and Taiwan's response. Learn from Ukraine, Japan, and Lithuania. Adapt their successes to Taiwan's unique situation. At home, educate citizens to recognize disinformation and understand the strategy. Taiwan's greatest defense may be the truth. Transparency as both shield and sword. It can expose aggression, build alliances, and strengthen resolve. The challenge: shine a light on the threat without being consumed by it. In the fight for freedom, facts are Taiwan's most powerful weapon.